Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I now have effectively a live test available for the model in VTuber Studio. Figured out exactly why it wasn't working, which was a really incredibly stupid reason. But continue along with the body Z. Right now there's no body motion, it's basically just the head motion. Also a little bit that I didn't take account for, which is my physical setup changed a little bit when I had to essentially repair my PC. So my camera is actually in a different spot, and I didn't take that into account when designing the model because that was not within the calculation. So it's gonna look a little bit weird because I'm definitely looking left a lot more to look at chat, where originally it would be more like I'll always be looking right or on the screen. Model always be turning towards the right of the screen because I'm used to have the camera on the left side of my face, basically looking at me from the side. Which is now not the case, the camera is now in front of me. Because for whatever reason, the position I had it in, looking at me from the left, isn't working very well. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with all of the parts on the body Z. Actually turning too much on, let me just check. Was it turning too much when I turned to look? Was this body face? It is maxing out. Yeah, I can't expect it. Alright, we're just gonna change this so that we're going from negative 40 to the change it to negative like 50 so it just doesn't turn quite as much. That brings it down to about 20. I don't want it to max. That's the main thing I don't want this to do. And when I turn that much, the camera already loses tracking, so it doesn't really. So if I turn this way, it still reaches like a 30. Yeah. That's good enough. Alright, that's a giant ass angle, but okay, so regardless, for the most part, the majority of these pieces are actually just shifting directly across. Probably better if I just move all of these at once, isn't it? Let me boop. Look what I spell right. Back body Z. Go left back. Just left. This is the right shadow body Z, which needs to be separated purely for the purpose of. Oh right, I didn't set up the voice thing, did I? Let me just. How do you set? Where was that? This thing. Set up. Okay. Is it using it or is it not using it? That's actually what I'm more concerned about. Oh. How do I tell it to use my microphone? Yeti. Yes. Use microphone. Okay, I think that needs a ton of smooth. I'll make it not go as crazy. What's it currently set? Once. How do I smooth? See if this helps a little bit. Because right now the how do I change it so that it uses them? I think it changes so that it uses did. This is trying to do too much too quickly. Oh, should I try and calibrate this? E. Ooh. Eh. Oh. Okay, let's see if that helps. I don't remember my old settings for this. It feels like it's moving too much, actually. Change this. Add a bit of smoothing here and add a bit of smoothing here. Probably should have done some testing on this before starting, but the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. He sells seashells by the seashore. Wow. Okay, well, I think that's about as nice as I can make it without looking through a whole bunch of things. I think there's a way to make it just a little bit less aggressive. I just need to increase the moving by a lot more. How much is smoothing usually in 30? Let me try actually. Push it to like quarter all the way to max. Oh, whatever. This is not what we're here for today. Okay, so. Can I put the rings together with the shadow? No, because when it leans forward, the shadows have to not move with the ring. Alright, so. We'll call this outer. And we'll call this inner. Okay, so. I'm gonna give all of these the old Then I'll put, for the most part, the whole thing can literally just move into here and then get roughly into place. Everything needs to... Actually, let me just make it so that nothing interpolates for a moment so that it doesn't look weird as it's... Just everything, just be linear for a moment, and then we'll change it to ellipse later. Oh, that's not what I should do. Because as we move up the waist, actually everything more or less moves within a bit more of a set motion. Something similar to that. Just gonna give you a little bit of a wiggle towards this side a little. That's how it's supposed to be. What's your mesh looking like? I don't know about control with that part. The fun bit is that we're not changing the immediate orientation of any of these parts, so realistically speaking, I could just shift these. Because basically all of these parts wrap around this ring. And then... what do I want to do with the... where's the other side? Just maybe slightly more down. Where's the other side of this? Libo. Front, back, then again, front, back. And since we want the physics to handle the actual motion here, we're just gonna go ahead and tilt this kind of aggressively and shift it more or less in place. Not there. It's not. Be shifting down a little. Like it to shift down a little bit. Doesn't look particularly right if I do that though. Then, when this occurs, we want you and you to just go ahead and lean a little more that way, and we want you. I just grab this and just shift this in without thinking too hard about it. Let this abide by gravity a little bit more. Lean that, just lean that fully against the leg, why not? Sorry, a back piece, that was out of view. Where's that hurt? Okay, so, then... anything that's basically from the waist up, actually I don't want any perspective change on here, so gonna basically just give everything a body Z. Oh. Wait. Are you not in... What are you part of? Let me just put... Let me just make another form for this to just separate away from everything else. Just collapse that, collapse that. Wait a minute. That totally could have been part of that part. You be part of the... I mean, part of this as a whole, you know. I can manage as long as it's categorized somewhat. Collapse that and then open the upper body. Alright. Alright, okay. Okay, what are we dealing with? Actually, my arm's separated already. Okay, the arm's already separated. That means that should just be mostly the main body. What is this? I guess still part of the main body. Alright, so shadow. And shadow. Oh, that's a different shadow. Where's my back shadow here? Second hit shadow. Actually, no, it's just you and you. So technically the same objects, just clipping into two different spots. I want to separate just a bit more. That's on the neck. Then we want to go down to outer. And then basically everything here apart from 1, 2 is all inner. Then we have the neck. Okay, so all of these are gonna need a separate body XY anyway, so just go ahead and separate it here. Now sleeves not exist. Right, sleeve, body, Z. Backside. Then we're gonna go left sleeve, body, Z. Backside. I think we're actually going to just throw Actually, do I need to separate the room to this? We'll make it easier to control. But I think the shadow itself can go in here. It should. No, perspective changing would make it not work. Alright. Then color back. Okay, so how much of this can I move together in this initial portion? Really a matter of how much is going to change perspective during the dead in more than X. Actually, could I have kept some parts together for the Z? As long as the Z and out doesn't change anything. Thinking of bringing this elbow forward, would that require this whole part to change? I think the hand, this lower part of the arm, I actually want to keep it about the same perspective at all angles. Actually, do I want to keep it same perspective at all angles? Because at the body X, I definitely want to change perspectives, but I need to change it here. I mean, there's definitely a part of me that just doesn't want to separate the hand. Because this is ridiculous. Oh, yikes. Alright, we're gonna have to categorize all of that shit. For the most part, this is just the lower arm. For the arm, is that all I put on for the arm? I mean, I guess that's all that's technically required. Stretch into the bit that's never gonna cover the body. Alright, we'll go. No, perspective changes, we can't have that together. Message is cool. Oh. Was there show? Has it been added yet, the thing to align the former with the mesh a bit better automatically? What does this do? I don't know what that did. I should really actually go through and see how these work. I feel they'll probably actually save some time. Sleeve, upper arm, front body Z. I need it to be that long. We're just gonna remove the upper arm, we know what we're talking about. Then we'll say here, upper arm. And we'll just say sleeve back. Okay, oh, did I just press that twice? I pressed that twice. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Press. Oh, did I not separate these at all? That's fine as a shadow. Alright, what are we looking at? This is Pinky. 1, 2, 3, and Pinky. One, two, three, ring. One, two, three, middle. And 1, 2, 3, worth 4. And in thumb. Alright, then we want to go. There'll be a lot of deformer making for a bit here, but bum. Make sure I'm still looking at this correctly. That's everything? Okay, then shadow. There's so many parts. I'm gonna hate this so much. I already know it. Really thinking about whether I actually need to separate it this much at this point. Whether it needs to be separated this much for the or for the whatchamacallit, X motion. Alright, well either way that's one arm. Outer, the inner. And all of this needs to be separate because of perspective on the in and out. So neck. Neck back. Probably give these a bit of name. Just call them whatever I recognize. You guys make this shorter because there's only the one part. Actually, wait, no, I've got back pieces here. Back pieces. Do you need the Iron Body Zed? I am fat fingering keys like crazy. Okay, so that's the inner. How much do I need to separate this? How much do I need to separate this? It's gonna change the moist during the body Z motion, isn't it? Because technically more light can hit the neck. That's annoying. Okay, that's the neck portion, then the right arm. Oh god. Is there a back piece to this? Did I not put a back piece to this? I should have put a... I did. There's a back piece to this. That's fine, I can manage this. But just make sure the hand is its own part, which goes down to like here. Yeah. Yeah, I got it working. It was probably by far the dumbest reason I think I found recently of why it wasn't working when I tried to turn it on yesterday. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, it's only the head that's moving. There's nothing below that is moving right now. You know, I do have a set so that's using like the VTuber Studios like what I personally consider like incredibly stupid motion thing that they have here, movement config. Using like a very minuscule amount of it, but if I do this, I can like really move around the screen, but using that to kind of support the perceived or implied motion right now. Took me a little while to set some of the stuff back up as well. Don't know if the mouth is like going a little too wild. What are we looking at here? I don't have a shadow here, do I? No, I don't. The shading's not really on the hand. Okay, so pinky, ring, mid, 4. I was kind of surprised to find out that, of all things, my VPN was the thing stopping VTuber Studio from working yesterday. So that's fun. I guess that's kind of what happens when you run these apps that can, in theory, connect to a separate client with the phone and do all the stuff online now with like their collaboration thingy. You know, I do have to say, the most fun bit about the model right now is that my camera is actually in a different position from where I originally envisioned. So some of the ways I built the model are less relevant now, or aren't doing what they should be doing. Because my camera is actually in front of my face instead of to the side. Or in front of my face as advised. Which is definitely something I didn't do before. Okay, that's all the pieces on the right arms. Anything else? Okay, head. Before the head tilt, do we do the... Yeah, we'd rather do the body tilt before the head tilt. So we'll go body... Can I do a... Oh, for fuck's sake. What the heck is this? Filter keys. How do I just tell? Can I just tell Windows to not do anything if I'm holding keys? Keyboard shortcut off. Not on the taskbar. I just want to hold shift down without it doing anything stupid. Why are these even on by default? Shouldn't this be an accessibility thing that people who need the extra accessibility turn on? Okay. Can the body Z handle a whole head moving in and out? I don't want to tilt the head any more than I'm already tilting it in the head turn. It should be fine. Okay, we'll just make a body Z over the whole head portion. Because we're not actually turning the head at any point during the body Z motion, and it should always be accompanied by some degree of head turn. That shouldn't matter. Okay, so now go back to everything forward body Z. Really nice if I could use the search function without... Does it put it on these borders, or might just do it like this? That's so annoying. Can I not just select this without selecting the folders? Okay, all of this, please gain a body Z. Wait, everything that doesn't have it yet. Okay, so basically for anything that is much more within... Oh, this is gonna be... It's gonna be no. But basically for anything that is from the waist up, you literally just want to grab it and tilt it exactly as it is. If the defaults are locked, it should just ignore everything that doesn't have bodies in. If I go from like here to here. Oh, why do you know work the way... Okay, select that. So it should just let me... Really? It's not gonna let me do that? Ah, fine. This should not be this infuriating. Basically, waist. Really? Oh. Has to be an easy way of like selecting all of this shit without selecting the stuff I don't need as well. Selecting the shadows as well, those will require a little bit of adjustment, but basically anything that is above the waist, we're just gonna go meh, and just shove this into place right about there-ish, somewhere. Up. Looks about right. Then we're just gonna make adjustments on to these pieces so that they fit a little bit nicer. Just take this out a bit so that I can do a little bit more here. That a little bit. Grab the belt on top of that. Doesn't have to be 100% accurate, so we'll go ahead and be a little bit liberal about how I'm doing this. I'm already stretching some of these pieces, so it's fine. Here's the back of this. Ah. Oh, something like that. Okay, what do I want to do with the other missions that connect to this? Hmm. How much is this gonna turn? Not overly much. Comparatively, this isn't gonna turn all that much. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, so for the most part, the bag just needs to stick to this and lean. This is a big solid object, so there's actually a limit to what it can do. Okay, so that is everything for that motion. Okay, now that everything has the bodies there, we're going to tell all of this to interpolate. Either check the leg interpolation, but we're just going to tell it everything to interpolate for now. Um, Get that. Do that. Oh, I didn't not chop this. Let's have to go again. Hold up. To change this. I'm just staring at it, it's like, doesn't feel quite right. Where are we? We are looking. Oh, jeez. Not you. Close that, close that. Body. Waist. Rings. So actually I could do this straight on the PSD. What's PSD? There's so much random shit on this one. On the PSD with the mask and everything. We want to go down to the ring. Where's the body? We just close that, open this. We want to not you. Wait. Waist. Not the bag. On the rings here. Basically, you want to go copy paste. You want to create a back piece here. And we're basically going to say that the front is only going to be Okay, so now we have a back of the front piece. Alright, let's see what it tries to replace this time. Okay, so I now have where the heck is the other part of the ring here? You. Okay, we're just gonna give this the exact same mesh as this. So now they'll definitely move exactly the same way. We just need to grab you. And we want to just that, and we should chuck. Wait. Do that. That gives us the back of the front piece now. And it will not interrupt us at all because it's literally the same mesh. Okay, now then. Should this jiggle as it moves? Or should I worry about that later? This is 100% things that no one's gonna see. Especially the way I do these models. We'll worry about exactly what the arms are doing later. For Niao though. Need to tilt the body in the opposite direction. Should just do the whole thing in one here. The shape changes a little bit, but honestly, there's more adjustments to the legs than any of the other parts I can actually just do later. Like, for the most part, the top here, I literally just want to grab it and just shift. The body is going to be leaning against this leg. If it's going to be leaning against this leg, how much should I move vertically? Much as the other side or less than the other side? Hmm. Did you even lean like that? Oh shit. But pivoting around a leg. What actually happens when you pivot around the leg? But I have to actually twist the body entirely here to accomplish that. We shift weight. Leg. Boing! I really should have started making a habit of actually planning this out before doing this. I feel like I never make a solid plan of exactly how the leaning works, except that I think I'd like to do it, or I don't write it down in any physical form in a way that I can check it again later. Much doesn't matter just what I want body to be doing. We bend the leg and just tilt the body, bring the body down a little bit. Or should I actually be avoiding any kind of leg pin? I'd be avoiding any kind of leg bending at this stage. Hmm. 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 If I just grab the whole thing and tilt it, I could literally just grab everything above it and tilt it as well. Uh... Hmm. Since the perspective isn't changing, there's almost argument if we just grab everything and just chuck it on close to all together in one move right now. Hmm. The only thing that I actually need to adjust is the legs. Hmm. Hmm. I'm overthinking this so much. Okay, I think I'm going to just try and just move the whole thing almost. Actually, it's probably quicker. Alright, we don't want to grab the legs, and we don't want to grab any of the leg portions underneath. Alright. We're just gonna grab this whole bit and go meh. And go meh. until perspective changes, so that should work heavily much some of these parts. Should the bag leaning more against the leg actually be a motion that follows as a physics motion? Maybe enough to let it fly like that. Alright, for the most part, just jam this. I want to pull this back a little bit. Oh. Um. Hmm. Hurt the legs a little bit here. Not too much. A little tad too much. Do it like that, and then kind of want to grab. Let's just bring the leg forward again. You super in the way, get the heck out. Do I want to change the angle here a little bit? There'll be another supplementary motion that has to go with this part. But for the most part, it needs to point into the leg to begin with. And also this leg is covered, so there's actually a portion of this which is just like, eh. Bum, bum, bum. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Really trying to like put as minimal motion here as I can. That could be supplemented later. Hmm. Hmm. Just start from about there. I just should lean against the leg because of how big this thing is to begin with. Um. I want to start for They want a little bit extra for using physics. How about how can I bring this? Really, I'd like that to stay exactly. Other. As far they swing out about like here. About the here-ish, where it's actually gonna swing. I actually need to grab the pot here. So I'll lean in against the body. It's just no clump here. I could still have this clump up top. Honestly, this spot doesn't really need to move in overly much. That occurs with the physics. And this makes this pot look really flat, so gonna just get and bring this general pot back out, I think. That there's just a bunch of thickness, which is what this belt is actually hooked onto. The rest of this get shifted. Okay, let's just see what kind of insanity I've created for now. Still need motion added to it, but for now, and go ahead, just check the back portions here. This piece is kind of swinging kind of aggressively, that's fine. And then mess with the other pieces on the other side. You don't need to do anything. You on the other need to actually there shouldn't be much on this side. Because this actually does need to abide by the fact that the leg is going to dictate the shape here. We're just going to pull this out and just have this lean hard against the... At least where we can, just have this lean against the leg as much as possible. And honestly, it shouldn't shake on this side. So press against the leg, but that's as far as it'll go. I mean, I could do like a very mild like wiggle. Maybe just like drop it down a little bit. Alright, let's just save that. Alright, so how strong is this right now? It is, should be going most of the way. It is going most of the way. Only going about halfway. Only going about halfway. It swings all the way out, but that's too much. Still too much. Problem is it's holding a lot less than what I want. I'd like it to hold higher, but I can't have it swing that aggressively because it's just like hitting the max and then just flying, hitting the end and just like stopping essentially on the spot where it just gets stuck. Also, you back piece, you need to hook onto like here. I figure out what to do with the arms at this point. We want to go back lean. We're going to input this using did input or output. This is going to be at an angle. Kind of similar to what the cloth used to do, but less shaky. I'm gonna swing this around. I'm gonna say 20 to 20. So if I give this a lot less swing, or bigger scale but less shaking, what should happen is that it'll just reach the value it needs to get to and then stop. Without really shaking. Like, there'll be a little bit of a wobble, but beyond that, it shouldn't do too much. We want the duration to be very short. Want this to happen very quickly. Then given that we'll be turning the body, I don't think I'm going to be turning the body. Actually, will I be turning the body at the hip? Maybe. But at least for now, we're going to add using the Z as an output, using precision, doing a single pendulum into the air. Wiggle. A little bit of a wiggle on the bag now. I want to go for the insanity that's going to be in without. Wish you would haven't completely thought it through. What should I think about what to do with the hands when the to accompany the leaning motion? Alright, is the motion here, what is it occurring? Occurring what? Lost right now. The Z lean is occurring here. We just duplicate. We'll just change that to use the Z, then and output it to the Z, then output. Just use exact same parameters. And that will be instead using the right in fact, this has to be coordinated. Alright, so basically everything that has a body Z is gonna also need this. And I'm gonna hate myself very quickly after doing this for a little while. Does this need to interpolate? It technically shouldn't, because this is more of a linear transformation in terms of where the vertices are going. It just depends if it works correctly when it is a mix of a thing that is interpolating. That looks really weird. Alright. We're gonna lean the body. Should we just go straight from the hips or should we go from the waist? I think I'm gonna do a turn from the waist, but I think the lean should happen from the hip. Okay, so this is the bit where I actually need to do everything separately. Alright, so first things first, you out of the way. Okay, so these two parts are covered, so there's really no real good. Not you. Where's the shorts? There's the shorts? There's the shorts. Yeah, these parts are covered, so there's no good reason for me not to move all in one. So we want to lean the body forward. We're going to bring the hip. It doesn't really matter how far forward I bring the body, right? What's the mission? Okay. Well, that's gonna have to change. Oh, screw, let's just get that out of there. Just wolf line across the. Okay, should I increase the density a little bit more? Okay, nice bend. Much nicer bend. Honestly, the corner or the back pieces really don't. You can't see them anyway because they'll always be covered. Um... Okay. What do I want to do? Well, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. So the way we're leaning should bring crutch forward at all point. What's the bitch looking like? I can't do some fast where it's just like, look at the Michigan is like, yeah, that's exactly what. Okay, well then. Okay, so that gives us some leeway in terms of curving the top. Lux though. Another control points. The way it's curving looks a little weird. Ah, that's all. Give me some more points here. A little bit nicer of a curve. Just to the top. Alright, another piece that just isn't visible ever. I need to be able to see you and you. Oh, what's the mission? That might be a bit. Okay, well, either way, that's a start for the leaning inwards towards the camera. So basically, the workflow now is to get all of that done. So basically, the higher up along the body it is, the more it's going to come towards the camera. So effectively, what that means is that the head is going to be the thing that's closest to the camera. But I think we're just going to go with the enlarge the head maneuver and not change the perspective of the head using this motion, and instead rely on just the raw head XY to handle that part. But technically, you can hold your head at a different angle to your body as you lean forward. That's something that is well within the abilities of a human. So that is generally the direction that this is going. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of live 3D rigging. More body motion next time with the body lean, and once that's all done, then the body will start probably rotating, because actually no, I need to do the body Y before the body X generally. But that's really quick, it's literally just bouncing the body up and down on the legs. So either way, if you want to see more of that, remember to be subscribed or following, depending where you're watching from. Give a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all again next time.